Good afternoon, everyone. I am excited to be able to present this. Best way I can call it is a biblically based leadership development study. The title of the book that we're using is The 21 Most Powerful Minutes in a Leader's Day. And I'll want to take this introductory session to kind of help you understand why it is that we're doing this, and then run through the format, how we're going to proceed from week to week. So with that in mind, I always like to begin with why. It's one thing to know the what, it's another thing to know the how, but unless you know the why, in my mind, the what and the how don't really matter. So why this experience? What will it do for you? Simply put, the goal here is to revitalize your spirit and empower your leadership. So it's kind of a hybrid or a fusion of these two goals in terms of revitalizing your spirit and empowering your leadership. And so this study will bring those two things together. In terms of the structure of our time, this is actually a 21-week experience that will run through June 15th. It's Monday through Friday, so every day of the week, and not surprisingly, 21 minutes a day. And I'll explain the reason behind that in just a minute. On Monday through Thursday, we will go at 3:30, either live here in the chapel, or obviously remoting via Zoom. On Friday, we're moving the time up 2 hours because, well, quite frankly, a lot of our bodies aren't here at 3:30 on Friday. And for those of us that our bodies are here at 3:30 on Friday, oftentimes our minds are far, far away. And so because of that, we decided to move the Friday time up to 1:30. And just to remind you that 21 weeks, 5 days a week, that's 105 sessions. So the possibility is very real that you might miss one or two of them, and that's expected. So no worries, because we are recording all of the sessions, and we'll post them on the Chaplaincy Services page on the Adena intranet site. So let's talk a little bit about the basis or the background of this study. There are two books, and I have two of them here. First is, let me give the other one, The 21 Most Powerful Minutes in a Leader's Day. So this is the book that we'll actually be following closely. It is a devotional that's based on the other book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Let me talk about that one real quickly right now. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, one of his landmark books, to be sure. And in this book, he addresses 21 different issues related to leadership that he refers to as laws. We might refer to them as principles. Pretty similar thought there. So in terms of what we will go through then, the 21 Most Powerful Minutes in a Leader's Day is, think of it as a devotional in that Maxwell uses biblical leaders to illustrate or to model the 21 principles or laws of leadership. So each day we will look at the 21 different laws through 21 weeks, and we'll break it down through Monday through Thursday. We'll look at different aspects of that particular law, and then on Friday it'll be more application oriented. So I'll give you kind of an overview of what we're talking about. So here's how the week will look like. One leadership law per week, hence 21 weeks. Monday through Thursday, there'll be a lesson on how a particular biblical leader applied that week's leadership law. And then Friday is the application of the Monday through Thursday lessons. to get into it just a little bit in more detail, on Monday through Thursday, those will actually start with a group of Bible passages that would be helpful if you could read those prior to Monday, because all the lessons will be based on those particular passages. There are not too many of them, but it's not like one verse or so. Is it absolutely essential that you read them? Probably depends on how comfortable you are with Scripture. If you're really, really versed in it, you can skim it. But if you're not as much, then maybe you want to read it a little bit more carefully. But those background scriptures will provide the stories, if you will, to what we'll get into. So I will work to have those passages available each Friday for the following week. And you only need to read those passages for the entire week. It's not those passages every single day, but these group of passages will really apply to the entire next week's session. In addition, then there will be one predominant leadership thought for the day. So that'll frame our entire discussion. Then we'll go into the lesson that's learned from that particular biblical leader. For instance, next week, on our first week, we'll be looking at David and Saul. And you'll notice a stark contrast there. So, and then finally, there is a reflection question at the end of each day's lesson for you to ponder. So on Friday, as I mentioned earlier, Friday is a little bit different day because it really is application oriented. So we move from thinking about leadership Monday through Thursday to acting on it on Friday. And so on Friday, we'll review the 4 previous predominant leadership thoughts for each day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, each of those 4 thoughts. Then there's a section to actually pray those things through. And then finally, some suggestions of how to live it out. Some practical, real world application opportunities that we can employ. And then finally, an opportunity to say, who that I know would benefit from hearing this. So it's actually a chance for us to pass on what we have learned ourselves. So with that, that is our orientation for our study. I am incredibly blessed to be able to present this, and very excited, looking forward to it, and really pray and believe that this experience will add value to you, both personally and professionally, and that's where we're going. So with that, thank you for your time today, and I will look forward to seeing you or hearing from you or participating anyway with you, engaging with you next Monday at 3:30. Thank you.